So, alright guys, hey, and welcome back to Treadmill Sagas. No, I'm just kidding. But I am on the treadmill because I am still trying to lose weight. And anybody that's keeping up knows that I had an awesome weekend. And if you saw the pictures, which everybody on Facebook did, you know I had not only an awesome weekend out of town, but I also had an awesome weekend of eating. So, in my neck of the woods, buffets just don't exist anymore because COVID moved in and took over, and so they just aren't around anymore. So we went out of town and discovered this awesome, wonderful Chinese buffet, and it was optional. Like, you could wear a mask or you didn't have to wear a mask. Okay, so we just, husband and I used to do this thing where we would just spontaneously, let's go do something, let's hit the road, let's go. And then, the kids came, and so we had to not be as spontaneous because of all my kids were homeschooled. So, we were homeschooling and we were raising kids. Well, kids are now 30, 25, 18, and 17. So, though we have done road trips over the years involving the kids, husband looked at me. Friday was his birthday. So Saturday he looks at me and goes, "Road trip? Out of town?" I was like, yes. So we went. I love this man. He makes me feel like an absolute queen. And so he is my everything. He's my rock. He's my shoulder. He's my soft place to fall. He's everything. And as it should be in a marriage. We've been married for going on 17 years. And he is just everything to me. And he always reassures me that I'm his best friend and everything to him. And so he gives me the ability, the courage, the strength to overcome and to be the strong, independent, reassured person I am today, who doesn't need the approval of anyone online. I don't need anyone's approval to make these videos. I don't need anyone's comments to make these videos because I don't need the negativity, and I don't thrive on the positivity. I think it's great if you have a positive comment. That's great. I'm all for it. But I'm not sitting around making videos hoping and praying that someone gives me a good thumbs up. It's not why I do these videos. I do these videos because for no other reason than, one, I can. I just absolutely can. And then two, because I enjoy it. Because I absolutely enjoy it. And in the past, I have had people tell me that I'm opinionated. I've had people tell me I'm judgmental. And you know what? Maybe I am. Who isn't? Who has never once ever looked at a TV show or looked at a person in real life and said, had a comment to say? And I'm sure if you're anything like me, you don't run up and get in their face and go, "Hey, you're fat," or "Hey, that spandex don't look right on you," or "Hey, whatever." Hold on. I have to get my puppy again. I'm sure you all remember Gizzy. I introduced him to you in pictures on Facebook. I like to keep him on the couch because he is so small. He is what they consider a toy-sized dog. And so with that. If he was to ever get brushed by the treadmill, or if he was trying to jump up here and we both fell, it could be detrimental for him and possibly me, but more worried about him because he is so small. I don't want to hurt him. But anyway, so he stays on the couch next to me because it's safe for him. But anyway, you know, like I was saying, when people look at me, and I know I put myself out there, and so that's why I started turning the comments off, because I really don't do this for the comments. I do this because I want to. But when you put yourself out there, whether you put yourself out on TV as a part of My 600 Pound Life, or when you put yourself out there in nasty videos like the Grammys, or you make a video like I'm doing right now, or if you just walk into Walmart, people are going to have opinions. Now, normal, decent people, you know, will either think in their head their comments and keep going. They won't be ignorant about it. But, you know, you have your so-called Karens out there, is the new word for them, who have a need to come in your face and state their opinion. That's not me. Now, I do state my opinion on this channel quite a bit. And I probably will continue. And like I said, I don't call people out because that's not my thing. That's just not what I'm about. And that I don't have a need to do that. I get enough attention at home from my very awesome kids. I have my grandson that I'm raising and my two sons that are 17 and 18. And my daughter, who is 30, who is the mother of my grandson, is also a tremendous part of everything. The only reason I'm raising my grandson is to help her out financially because COVID hit. So it's not like I took my grandson because he's a crackhead or she's a crackhead or whatever. You know, it's not one of those situations. And as a matter of fact, just last week, my son and my grandson were over at my daughter's house. So though I have a hand in raising him, she is raising him too. So I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying about raising my grandson in this video. It's not that I'm raising my grandson because she can't. She is a very viable part of his life. But I enjoy doing this, and I'm not going to let anyone stop me. And, you know, you're entitled to your opinion like I am. And so, you know, I think it's great that I have a bunch of new shadow followers who don't have the balls to hit the subscribe button, which is fine with me. I don't care. You do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do. And I absolutely, okay, I'm done with talking about the shadow watchers because I don't give a shit about them. I absolutely had a blast this weekend, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Gizzy, don't you get off that couch. Absolutely thrilled that I got a chance to go out this weekend and leave the kids with my 18-year-old actually stayed home by itself. The 17-year-old and the 11-year-old went and stayed with the 11-year-old's mom. So we took a road trip. We went out to Kansas. So where I live, it's about a 4-hour trip one way. So it was an 8-hour, 10-hour trip, round trip, because we ended up taking our time coming back, and it was an absolute blast. I had an absolute blast just exploring new places and finding new things and seeing that buffets are still open and that not everybody's wearing the sheeple shield or the face diaper or whatever it is you call it, because I'm one of those people who, I don't believe in wearing that crap. Every chance I have, every chance I get, I'm not wearing a sheeple shield, because I don't need to walk around like this. You know, if you're liberal and you're sipping the Kool-Aid and that's what you want to do, that's your choice. And it's absolutely your choice. If you want to take a vaccine that's not doing a damn thing for you, if you want to take a vaccine that is, and here's what I don't get. Since the vaccine has come out, they are now saying you need to not wear 1, but 2 masks, and 3 is even better. But hey, come on and get your vaccine in your arm. Come sip the Kool-Aid, but while you're at it, put on 2 more masks than you were wearing before the vaccine even got here? Okay. First off, I've already had COVID. I bet a lot of you don't know that. Been there, done that, survived it, and I'm damn near 50. So I'm over it, I'm done with it. It wasn't that scary. Now, don't get me wrong. I had the fever, the dry, hacky cough. I was tired, I was achy, body seemed run down. It was like having the flu. It was exactly like having the flu. I was sick for about 2.5 to 3 months. That was the only difference with that, between that and the flu. Is with the flu, when I normally get the flu, I am only sick for about 2 or 3 days. When I had COVID, I was sick off and on for a good period, for like 2.5 to 3 months. But I didn't, you know, I came through it just fine. And I actually had it before they even knew it was a thing. So I had COVID back at the end of October of 2019 to the beginning of 2020. I had it from October of 2019 through January. So, yeah. So I had it for like 2.5, 3 months, but I came through it just fine. I'm none the worse or all that crap for it. So I'm doing great, and family's doing great. Family had a touch of it, and we're all fine. And since the pandemic has started, I can honestly say I've never really wore a mask. Like, you might see it in some of my pictures where I have it around my neck because I wear one of those bullshit pull-ups. But if I walk into a store and nobody asks me to pull it up, I don't. And really, so far, they don't. So there's a couple times I've walked into the store with it up and then pull it down. Nobody approaches me. I mean, I live in a state where we don't have a statewide mandate, so it doesn't matter. And people here really just, we have common sense in this state. And so no Karens are running up. First off, you know, if your mask is working for you, then you shouldn't worry about if I'm wearing one or not. Life for us hasn't changed, and I think it's great that, you know, Joey McTrippin Biden thinks that, you know, we're all sitting around waiting for him to give us grandpa permission to have a 4th of July party. Oh, I'm going to a 4th of July party. Oh my gosh. There's a huge no sheeple allowed 4th of July party that a friend of my husband has planned, and we are going barbecue, elbow to elbow, no mask wearing sheeples will be there. But I think it's funny that Joe McTrippin Biden thinks that we're all sitting around, oh, Grandpa, please, may we? Give me some more. Yeah, no, not happening. We're just not sitting around waiting for his permission to celebrate being independent. So, it's just not going to happen. We are totally going to enjoy being independent. Our lives have really never changed for us. Like walking through the hotel, I ain't wearing a mask. Nobody ain't say shit to me. Getting in the elevator, nobody ain't say shit to me. You know, here where I'm at, people just don't care. No, I'm not in Texas, but I am in a state where we don't have a sheep will shield mandate, and people really just don't care. And it's awesome that they don't care because, you know, more people die of the flu and chickenpox than there are of COVID. And to those of you who have lost friends and family due to COVID, I'm sorry for your loss. However, I would ask you to maybe find out if there was an underlying cause as to why COVID would have affected them so much. Because just like I said, I'm damn near 50 and I had it for about 2.5 to 3 months, and today I'm fine, but I didn't have any severe underlying issues. And you know, people go, well, they were healthy. Well, were they overweight? Were they as healthy as you thought they were? Because maybe they had other issues that you weren't aware of. But again, I am sorry for your loss, and you know, I don't wish the loss of family or friends on anyone for any reason, whether it be COVID or any other reason. So for that, if you have lost friends or family, you have my condolences. I have never been, but since this has happened, because 1 minute Fauci goes, oh no, healthy people don't need to wear a mask. Let's put all the old people back in nursing homes. And then 2 weeks later, you've got a couple thousand people that are dead. You know, it's like, oh shit. Well, if you're in a nursing home, 9 out of 10, you have underlying issues because you're old, and that's why you're in a nursing home, is because people are taking care of you. They're nursing you because you have other issues. So if you had a loved one in a nursing home that passed away because of COVID, it might not have been because of COVID. It might have been because COVID and the other underlying issues. I mean, if you take a person who has an underlying issue and they catch the flu, it could be deadly. So, I mean, I'm sorry again for your loss, but again, maybe check into exactly why they passed away. But anyway, life for us really hasn't changed a whole lot. I with the exception of I don't go out a whole lot, but then again, it was wintertime. And in the wintertime, I don't go out a whole lot anyway because I don't like the cold, because I'm originally from New Orleans. And so in New Orleans, it doesn't get nearly as cold there as it does here. So with that said, during the wintertime, here when it gets really cold, I don't go out anyways. Hold on one more time. Come on. Come on.
Make me feel better. Most of the time.
Come
I
on.
don't feel good at all.
Come on. Okay, sorry about that. Had to let one cat in and the other cat out. But yeah, I mean, my son and his friends, family kind of feel the same way I do about it, you know. So he's been doing sleepovers and hanging out and at his friend's house. I mean, nothing has honestly changed in his life, and ours either. His friends come over here, he goes over there. You know, like I said, when I do go shopping, I don't put on the sheeple shield, and if I do, I wear it in the door and then pull it off. And as long as no one walks up to me having an issue with it, I will walk around the store, do my shopping, and go, and nobody has really told me anything about it so far. So, I mean, I've been to the DMV, the grocery store, gas stations. Nobody's even went to a Chinese buffet. Nobody really told me anything. Oh, again, if you're looking for a good drink that has 0 calories, I love these. These are really, really good. And so there's also one that's called Zero Water, but that's the Powerades. So if you're looking for a good drink that has 0 calorie, besides unsweetened tea, you know, because I drink that when I go to restaurants. But if you're looking for one just to have around the house, the 0 calorie, and you got to be careful because Powerade does make a drink that has sugar in it, and those are 140 calories a bottle. So anyone who's actually looking to lose the weight and you're looking to have a good drink around, these are awesome. This one is mixed berry. They also have fruit punch, grape, and that's the only ones I'm aware of right off because those are the ones I normally get. Is the mixed berry, which is blue, the fruit punch is red, and the grape, which is purple. So, you know, if you're looking for a drink. But, anyways, like I said, if someone was to approach me about not wearing a mask, if it's a store employee, I will not make their job difficult. I would not harass them. If they just walked up and said, hey, you know, while you're in the store, we need you to wear the mask, I'd just go on and pull it up. But if it was an everyday shopper, like a customer like me, and they approached me, I'd probably just look at them and walk off. Now, if they had a need to follow me and cause a scene, I kind of feel like this. If you are worried about my breath being projectile and coming out towards you and at you, then don't upset me to the point where I'm going to scream. If you're worried about my spit getting on you, then don't come towards me. Don't give me a reason to speak, because 9 out of 10 when I'm walking through the store, I'm minding my own business like this. I generally don't walk by and just go, hi, to random strangers. I mean, I'm almost 50, not almost 5. So normally I walk through the store, minding my own business, keeping my mouth shut. So if you're worried about contracting germs and you think your 2 or 3, 4, 5, 25th fucking mask isn't working for you, then why are you wearing that shit? See, I think a lot of these so-called Karens, and like I said, I haven't come across any in my state, but I think a lot of these so-called Karens, they have gotten to the point where the mask is part of their identity. It makes them feel warm and fuzzy, like they're actually doing something. They think they're doing something. When in all actuality, the research has shown time and time and time again that it's not doing it. I mean, we wore a mask for a year and people still died. So, and then I've heard people go, well, if masks don't work, then how come surgeons wear them during surgery? Surgeons wear them during surgery so when they talk, they don't spit into a patient. But here's the problem. Herein lies the problem. And this is what they will give you that answer. Okay? Well, it must work. Surgeons wear them. There are more than a few occasions where surgery has been performed and a patient has gotten a staph infection. A patient has succumbed and died to a staph infection. Not the reason they got surgery, but the infection caused. Now, do we have any proof of where the staph infection came from? Well, if you're in a sterile room, we want to think it didn't come from any of the instruments, which means something made it through the mask of one of the people or several of the people in the room who were wearing a mask and were talking, and those particles landed on Sir patient, and they got a staph infection. Now, feel free to do the research. It's not a common thing, but it does happen. Surgical masks are solely worn for the purpose of your ass not being spit on while you're in surgery. It's even on, here we go, even on the box that you buy these masks in, it says on the box. Okay, all you liberal retards who I'm pissing off right now, feel free. The next time you're in Walmart, hospital, wherever the hell it is you get your surgical mask and think you're doing something, feel free to read the box your face diaper comes in, because it tells you on the box, does not stop COVID. Does it? Now, here's another question, which you won't be able to answer because I'm turning off the comments on this one too. Because like I said, I don't give a rat's ass about your comments. And I'm not sitting around waiting for your approval. But here's something else just to think on. If your sheeple shields and diaper face, if your face diapers are working so damn well, how the hell has COVID supposedly mutated? There's a whole nother strand in South Africa. There's a whole nother strand in Bong Chung Hao. I mean, it's like, the fuck? They're basically letting you know you're going to be wearing a mask well into 2022. You, and I say you because I ain't wearing no mask. I mean, I'm just not. I'm not gonna live like I'm dying. And I'm not going to be scared to live. When my time comes, I'm gonna go. And I'm not going a minute before. So, to all you people who are scared to live, wear your sheeple shield, stay out of the China Garden buffet. Because, oh God, and those of you who aren't scared to live and thought the buffets were closed down, Kansas, China Garden Buffet. God, I wish it wasn't a 2-hour road trip. It was where we ended up, the hotel we ended up at was a 4-hour road trip. We found the buffet halfway there. It was so good. I ain't gonna lie. It was so good. But man, go. If you're out there living life and COVID's not running you, go to that buffet. It was awesome. I'm gonna be having dreams about that buffet until we go back again. But anyway, it was good to see a part of the world that is actually, living, and people that, the chairs, guys, you saw my pictures on Facebook. The tables aren't covered in plastic. There aren't walls of Visqueen. There aren't arrows saying go this way, go that way. The tables weren't 6 foot apart. You were sitting elbow to elbow with your neighbor, enjoying a Chinese meal. The service was great. It's China Garden is the name of the buffet. The service was great. The people were great. The atmosphere was great. I absolutely loved it. Had a great time. It was great. The hotel wasn't as good this time, so the next time we go, we're going to try another hotel. But it was absolutely great. The just spending time with my husband and the ride, the road trip itself, and the buffet and the conversation. It was just great. It's been a while since, it's been about, the last time we did a road trip, we took the boys with us. We went to Colorado. We stayed a week. I want to say that was 2 years ago. So yeah, it's been 2 years since we did a road trip. So we were long overdue for one, and I totally enjoyed it. It was amazing. But I'm going to wrap this up because I am coming up to the end of my 30-minute tread walk. And guys, if you want to join me on my walk and you want to do live chat, let me know and I'll look into how to do that. So until next time, have a good one and happy Monday, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.